Hello guys, welcome to a video here. So this is my 2020 mock draft 1.0. This is the first one. I'm going to try and make a 7 round mock draft for every NFL team. This is just my first round mock draft. Okay, so with the first overall pick, the Cincinnati Bengals, I've been taking a no-brainer in Joe Burrow, quarterback LSU. He pretty much has it all. He runs a pro-style offense. And I mean, he can throw every route. His only knock on him is that he doesn't have great arm strength. But then again, same with Tom Brady. He didn't have good arm strength. So you can't really hold that against him. With the second overall pick, I have Chase Young of the Washington Redskins taking him. Another no-brainer. Just like Nick Bosa last year, he's the best overall player in the draft, but he's not going to go first overall because of a quarterback. But he's a dominating pass rusher from the edge, and he can get to the quarterback on every play, even if he doesn't get sacks. With the third overall pick, I have Jeffrey Okuda out of Ohio State. The Detroit Lions will pick him up. Lions might be the second worst team in the league aside from the Bengals. So they have a lot of needs, but I think strengthening the secondary is probably priority one. So with Jeff Okuda and Darius Slay at corners, that'd be pretty good for the team. With the fourth overall pick, I have Wills out of Alabama. I mean, the Giants also have a lot of problems, but they need to protect Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. It's going to be a good pass protecting tackle, and Jedrick Wills is, a big need for them. With the fifth overall pick, I have Tua Tagovailoa. He was regarded as the best quarterback in the draft class, but then he lost to Joe Burrow and got injured, so his draft stock was falling. A lot of people said he should stay for his senior year, but he ended up just going to the NFL draft, and he's definitely going to the Bengals. This is also a no-brainer. So, yeah, Bengals will get their quarterback of the future. With the sixth overall pick, I have the Los Angeles Chargers. They're going to select Andrew Thomas, tackle. A lot of people are saying they should definitely get a quarterback here. I don't think so. I think maybe they can get a quarterback in free agency like Tom Brady or Ryan Tannehill, but I don't think they should draft a quarterback with the sixth overall pick. They need help on the offensive line. With the seventh pick, I have the Carolina Panthers selecting Derek Brown. I've heard people saying they should get a quarterback, but I mean, I don't think Justin Herbert's the guy for them. So I think they'll strengthen that defense up because they lost Luke Kuechly to retirement, so they're going to need a better defense. With the eighth overall pick, I have the Arizona Cardinals selecting Isaiah Simmons, probably the second best defensive player aside from, Chase Young. He is a senior and he's pretty good from the at the linebacker position. He can play outside D line though. With the ninth pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars get a weapon for maybe Gardner Minshew, or they get a quarterback in free agency. Their defense is above average, but they need help on the offense. They have no receivers aside from DJ Chark Jr. So Jerry Jeudy would definitely be a good pickup. At 10, the Browns. The Browns are lacking nothing in terms of talent. They just need offensive and defensive line help. So Tristan Wirfs, tackle out of Iowa, would be a good fit for the Browns. At number 11, I got the New York Jets snagging C.D. Lamb, wide receiver from Oklahoma. He's a great deep threat. Not the best at route running, but he's also super fast. At number 12, I have the Las Vegas, not the Oakland Raiders, but the Vegas Raiders getting Justin Herbert out of Oregon. He by far is the third best quarterback in the class. He's a senior. And the Raiders, I don't think Derek Carr's their guy. John Gruden. Carr had 2 years with John Gruden, but I think they move on to get their quarterback of the future. Um, Justin Herbert had a pretty lackluster game in the Rose Bowl, but they still won because he had 3 rushing touchdowns. So he knows now. If he ever has a bad game, he can kind of carry the team. At number 13, I have the Colts getting AJ Epinesa, edge rusher out of Iowa. They need a lot of help. Some people are saying they get a quarterback, but I think if Tua, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert, if none of them are there, I don't think they want to reach on a guy like Love or Jacob Easton. So, yeah. With pick number 14, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers selecting Kalavan Shisason. He's the edge rusher out of LSU. LSU had a great defense this year, winning the national championship. And, they do need a lot of defensive help. Of course, they have Shaq Barrett, who led the league in sacks, but getting a good run stopper is big, and he's a pretty good run stopper. At number 15, the Denver Broncos getting Kristen Fulton. They have the quarterback of the future in Drew Lock and some decent offensive weapons. Now they got to strengthen up that defense, and putting Kristen Fulton alongside Chris Harris Jr. is important. At number 16, the Atlanta Falcons with Javon Kinlaw. The Falcons have a good offense with Devontae Freeman, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Austin Hooper, and Calvin Ridley. It's the defense that needs help big time. So getting a big, good run-stopping defensive tackle is huge. At number 17, the Dallas Cowboys getting Henry Ruggs III. The Cowboys already have a good offense, need to fix the defense, but I think they'll go out and get another weapon because Amari Cooper might be leaving, and Randall Cobb wasn't as good as advertised. With the 18th overall pick, I have the Miami Dolphins. They had Tua, now they're going to get a cornerback. CJ Henderson. They have probably the least talented roster in the league, so they need help at everything, but a good start would be the secondary. The Raiders, with their second pick in the draft, getting probably the second best player in the secondary, and Grant Delpit, in my opinion. I don't know why he fell to 9. He would fall to 19, but a lot of people have him falling here, so I just think he's a great ball hawk player. Junior, his intangibles are good. He's a tall guy. And yeah, he gets a lot of interceptions and a lot of tackles. Like, if you get to the second level, you're not going to get past him. He's a fast guy. At number 20, I have kind of a shocker. DeAndre Swift, running back out of Georgia, going to the Jaguars. Now, I know they have Leonard Fournette, but I think maybe they trade Leonard Fournette because he had one good year in 2017. 2018, he struggled. And then this year, he struggled. I mean, he had a decent year, but he did have a little bit of struggles. So I think either they go for a two-headed backfield in Swift and Fournette, or maybe they trade Leonard Fournette. With the 21st overall pick, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to select T. Higgins, wide receiver out of Clemson. Um, he's a good deep threat, and the Eagles need weapons. Carson Wentz is a great quarterback. They just need offensive weapons now because they got beat up last year. And I think a good player is T. Higgins out of Clemson. Number 22, the Buffalo Bills. They get Trevon Diggs, corner out of Alabama. Those are a good young team. Their only, you know, weakness is, of course, the offensive playmaking. Josh Allen's progressing well, but he's still not amazing yet. And they don't have the best wide receivers, but I think they strengthened up that defense even more with Trevon Diggs out of Alabama. This is a huge pick. I got the New England Patriots taking their quarterback of the future, Jordan Love, out of Utah State. He's a big, tall guy, junior, and he can throw the ball deep. So that's what the Patriots would need. I say they move on from Brady and get Jordan Love out of Utah State. The 24th pick, the New Orleans Saints get Laviska Shenault Jr., wide receiver out of Colorado. They do need offensive firepower. They can't just rely on Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, and Michael Thomas. They need one more. They need a deep threat, and that's exactly what he will be. A good pick at number 24. Pick number 25, the Vikings strengthened up that O-line, getting Mekhi Becton out of Louisville. They have one of the better rosters in the league. They just need a little bit more of offensive firepower in the big spotlight with Kirk Cousins. I don't think Kirk Cousins is that good, so that wasn't a good pick, but you have to make with what you have, and I think they strengthened the O-line. With pick number 26, I have the Miami Dolphins selecting Yetur Gross-Matos, edge rusher out of Penn State. The Dolphins, I think this is going to be a good draft, getting defense and a quarterback, so this Yetur Gross-Matos, he's going to be the pass rusher of the future in Miami. The Seahawks, they missed last year. They had a pretty bad pick in LJ Collier. But I say they're going to get Neville Gallimore, a run-stopping defensive lineman from Oklahoma. I mean, that's one of their biggest strengths, running game on the offense and stopping on the defense. So a good pick for them. At pick number 28, out of the Baltimore Ravens, selecting Kenneth Murray, linebacker, Oklahoma. They don't have many weaknesses, but I think second next level rush defense, the linebackers could need. could use some stuff. And Kenneth Murray is a good run stopping linebacker, so I think that would be a decent pick. Number 29, the Tennessee Titans selecting their quarterback of the future, Jacob Easton. Ryan Tannehill, he was good, but I don't believe they should re-sign him. I mean, I just don't think he's as good as people think. He's a decent quarterback, but in this day's NFL, you need to have a guy who just huck the ball downfield. And we saw Tannehill do it a few times, but I just think they go with Jacob Easton out of Washington. He's a good quarterback. He's super tall, 6'6". You know, he could be either. I mean, he's tall. He could be maybe Jamarcus Russell, but Jamarcus Russell was a bust. Let's hope Jacob Easton's not. Okay, with the 30th pick, I have the Green Bay Packers selecting Josh Jones, tackle out of Houston. They just need a few more things and they'll be decent. I think a lot of people have been going defense with this pick. I have been fixing the O-line. They need some depth, and Josh Jones will be a decent starter. And number 31, the Kansas City Chiefs, they fixed up their defense. I think they have to get a running back now. I mean, Damian Williams is decent, but he's not a number one running back. So, Jonathan Taylor, he had a great season. He didn't have that good of a game in the Rose Bowl, but that doesn't matter. That might have hurt his draft stock, but that's okay. I think they have to get a running back here. And my favorite team, the 49ers, I have us going with Xavier McKinney, safety out of Alabama. One of our biggest weaknesses is maybe we need one more wide receiver on offense, some O-line help, a safety, and maybe a fast linebacker to stop against running quarterbacks. I think we got our safety of the future in Xavier McKinney. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know if you want to see. I will be uploading a full 7-round mock draft for all the NFL teams. Soon I'll have one open for the 49ers and, for the Bears, Bengals, Broncos. I'll go in alphabetical order. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.